Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Gregory Meeks of New York. He's the ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, we have the U.S. boarding another tanker, this time in the Indian Ocean. President Trump is also now calling for the Navy to, quote, shoot and kill any boat putting mines in the strait. Do you support the U.S. taking this kind of action?
No. And President Trump continues to say one thing one day and something else another day. You're not going to be able to bomb your way out of this. You need to get back to the table and negotiate and understand that that is hard, but it's necessary. And I think that it's a matter of trust between the two. You know, it was Donald Trump who ripped up the JCPOA. And what he's doing now seems to me to be reminiscent as if this is a reality TV show or something of that nature. That's playing these games back and forth. But in the meanwhile, who's suffering? The American people are suffering. The American people, you know, I go to my home to my district, almost $4 to $5 a gallon of gas, prices of food, cost of health care, while he's playing these games. So I do not. What I want is a sit down with a serious negotiation and diplomacy. And I think that's what works. And that's how we get out of this.
And while so much is happening and focused on the Strait of Hormuz, Navy Secretary John Phelan was just fired yesterday after months of tension with top Pentagon officials. And it's drawing extra scrutiny because of the Navy's key role in that blockade of Iranian ports. What do you make of his departure in the middle of this operation and the potential impact on the war?
It really concerns me even more because here you have a Navy official with all of the past experiences, as a veteran. He knows what he's doing. He's been well accredited. And who's pushing him out? A person who spent some time in the military but never commanded anyone, and basically a Fox TV person. And now he is telling those who are far more experienced than he is and pushing them out. It's dangerous what is happening by this administration and with Hegseth. I think the one person who should be leaving is Hegseth himself.
We have this ongoing blockade and now an extended ceasefire. President Trump reportedly telling Fox News that there is no time pressure for the ceasefire extension. They say he's not in a rush and he wants the best deal. Is this the right strategy?
Look, the strategy, there's not been any strategy. That's part of the problem. There has not been any strategy from day one. There's been no plan, and that's why he has not come to Congress at all. He's not said anything to any allies. I believe very childishly, and that's how he's acting and running this war. You know, he thought Iran was Venezuela, that you could go in one day, and he thought that you could, if you kill the Ayatollah and all those that were in that building, that the regime would fall, that the Iranian people and everyone else would just yield and that things would change, as it did in Venezuela. But we know that Iran is not Venezuela. Every president before him, whether it was Barack Obama, Biden, Bush, knew who and what Iran was.
And so I'm curious, now nearly 2 months into this war, what kind of briefings or updates are you getting? You are the chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee.
Absolutely none.
We're not doing any
oversight. Yeah, right. There is no oversight. We've had a total, since this war has begun, of 3 classified hearings. One of those was for the Gang of 8, of which I'm not a part of. One was for the Gang of 16, of which I am, and one for the entire body of the House of Representatives. And what that was just a repeat of what we did with the Gang of 16. There's been no hearings, no witnesses that's come before the committee. You know, it's been so bad that the last hearing that we had, I moved to subpoena. I said, let's subpoena those that's supposed to be doing this negotiations, 2 of whom have no real authority with reference to the State Department or diplomats. They are real estate developers and real estate negotiators in Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. They've not been confirmed by the Senate or anything of that nature, but they should be in front of us testifying to tell us exactly what's taking place.
Congressman Gregory Meeks, thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it.